Hi everyone, my name is Adriana. For those that don't know me, I'm a yoga teacher working in North London, mainly Crouch End, Muswell Hill, East Finchley. This class will be for everyone, for all levels. It's suitable for postnatal students. I'm going to give you a few options, so just try to be mindful. And this is important to listen to your body as you move along the class. Please don't hold planks if you shouldn't be holding planks. Look after yourselves. Maybe use props if you have props. I haven't planned any props for this class just because most people don't have props at home, but if you like to use a cushion or a few books maybe to prop you up as you move along the class, then please do. Right, so if you are working with conditions and injuries, just again really mindful. Try not to work with pain, and if you hurt at any point, if you're working with a shoulder injury, hip injury, knee injury, then please stop and try to modify, adjust the posture, and just check again how you feel, and then maybe join the class a little later. Yes, right. We're going to start sitting. We're going to start with a very simple breathing practice. I think it's great to calm the mind before you engage with an asana practice, with a physical practice. This is really helpful also to take the time to find an intention, a purpose for what you're doing, whether it's just the asana practice, the physical practice, or is something that will affect the rest of your day, perhaps the rest of your week, and the way that you approach the experience, right? So come to a very comfortable sitting position. Right, I'm going to sit on my heels because that way I will find smoothly going back to child's pose or balasana. But you can come to any comfortable sitting position. As you come to this sitting position, we're just going to pull through the crown of the head, so you find a very long back. And we're going to try to keep that long back throughout this breathing practice as a sort of presence and discipline. Yeah, so don't allow yourselves to drop and collapse. So keep the energy pulling up from the bottom of the spine. I'm going to refer to the pelvic floor muscles for the women, the perineum for the men. You just gently pull it up. Yes. At the beginning, you just have all these sensations of going through the center line, through the middle line, and pulling from the crown of the head. Yes, but also trying to soften and relax, so try not to use too much tension to pull yourselves up. Okay, right. So belly soft for now. Yes, all these muscles at the bottom of the spine soft, but still present, still with discipline. The palms facing up. And just try to find your breath, a normal breath, and we're going to close the eyes. And the first thing that we do is simply become aware of where you are. Yes, the space that you've chosen to practice. And any physical sensations, could be the sounds, the distractions around you. Could be music, perhaps you're playing music. Any smells, any sensations of the skin. Perhaps you feel a little chilled or cold, or maybe warm, or maybe you are outside. So just do a little scan of all these physical sensations, the environment, the space where you are, the floor, the air. And at the same time, you just start linking or connecting with your breath, tuning to your breath. You start lengthening, deepening the breath, and bringing to the mind, to the body, a sensation of calmness, with intention, remember, with purpose. So longer and longer breath. I'm just going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come to a very simple breathing practice. We're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold the breath for 4, We are going to exhale for 6 and then hold the exhale for 2. So 4, 4, 6 and 2. So when you're ready, please exhale completely and take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4 and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and hold it. 1 and 2 and again inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4 and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and hold it. 1 and 2 and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4 and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and hold it. 1 and 2. One more inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4 and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and hold it. 1 and 2. Just take a deep breath. Hold the breath at the top. Actively bring the perineum, the pelvic floor muscles up, the belly up, and just drop your chin towards your chest and hold it a little longer. A little longer. Now open your mouth and with a loud ha sound, let it go out. Release all muscles and come back to a long back. Put it from the crown of the head. That's it. New opportunities. The beginning of the class. The mind is calm. So we're just going to start making circles with the head towards the right. Starting to leg movement with breath. And you keep observing. You keep observing physical sensations. How you feel. Change the direction of that movement. So keep that element of mindfulness throughout the class if you can. Observing, not judging. Coming back to a center and then start rotating your shoulders backwards. Try to exaggerate that movement. Make big rotations with the shoulders and other parts of the body will start following. The spine, the head and neck. And then change direction forwards. That's it, great. Keep with a deep breath, don't let it go. Great, take your right hand on the floor, I'm going to mirror you. And then lift your left arm and reach towards your right. Relax the shoulders, yes. Ground down to your sit bones on the floor and then reach a little bit more. Take another breath, maybe looking up. And then slowly changing, simply changing. So left hand on the floor, you reach your right arm towards the left. The shoulders are relaxed. You slowly turn your gaze up if it feels alright. Grounding your sit bones on the floor, stretching, taking another breath. And then slowly release and bring your arms behind you, interlacing the fingers and just trying to pull the hands away. As you relax the shoulders down, drop the tailbone down and then try to open your upper back like you're being pulled by the sternum. And you take another breath and then you release. So we're just going to make our way to a child's pose, spreading the fingers on the floor, the knees quite wide, the forehead down to the floor. We take a deep breath and a long exhale through the mouth. And on the next inhale, slowly come into all fours and start making big circles with your hips or the whole body to the right. So trying to lock your hands on the floor. Spreading fingers, pressing through the back of the knuckles and the tips of the fingers. And also observing how you feel the stiffness perhaps around the hips. And then you change the direction. Maybe cracks at the back, at the hips, at the knees. So just try to observe how it feels as you move. And then slowly coming back to all fours. Just for a few cats and cows. So as you inhale, you drop the belly and look forwards. And as you exhale, you press through your hands and round your back. You allow the head to be soft. And we continue, inhale, drop the belly and look forwards. And as you exhale, round your back. And let's do a couple more. Inhale, drop the belly and look forwards. Try to observe how your spine moves, the plasticity of your back. And let's do a last one. And as you exhale, round your back. So coming back to a neutral, present, discipline, remember. So we're going to lengthen and bring everything to the center line. So belly up, pelvic floor, perineum up. Move your way forwards and turn your hands just a little bit to the side so the index fingers are pointing to the corners of the mat. So take a breath here, pulling things up, rejecting the floor. And as you exhale, bring your elbows neatly towards each other as you bend them and go down. On the inhale, you come back up. If you wish, you can go a little lower as you exhale. On the inhale, back up. And as you exhale, down. On the inhale, back up. On the exhale, down. Let's do one more. Inhale, back up. And exhale all the way down. Great. Now extend your legs a little bit like wider apart, like mat distance apart, and take your hands towards the sides of the mat, the fingertips on the floor, rolling shoulders back away from the ears, squeezing glutes, yes, belly up towards the spine, and then you press through the fingertips as you come to a crazy cobra, taking a breath. And as you exhale, slowly put it down. And let's take a couple more. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Inhale to cobra. And exhale down. Hands under the shoulders, pushing the floor away. And we're going to come to our first down facing dog. So tucking the feet under and coming to a down dog slowly. So I'm just going to keep my knees quite bent. It's the first one of the day. And I'm going to start moving a little. So I'm just going to invite you to move as well. Moving hips, bending one knee, then the other. Perhaps just moving your heels side to side. And also observing also how it feels, where you are stretching, where you're holding tensions as you move in your down facing dog. And trying to soften those tensions. Perhaps there's a need to lock. For example, the hands are locking down and strong. But I try to soften my neck, I try to soften my head. And I'm going to find now stillness. Yes. Remember, you can take your heels up, you can bend your knees more. You keep pressing through your hands and try to bring your sit bones up like you're pressing a block in between your thighs. Hold it there for another breath. Excellent. On the next inhale, start bringing your heels quite high. And as you exhale, slowly bring them down. Maybe a little lower if possible. On the inhale, back up. And as you exhale, down. And let's do one more. Inhale, back up. And as you exhale, down. Now we're going to roll through the back, bringing the heels high. Rolling from the tailbone towards a plank. Finding a plank. Remember, if you need to bring your knees down, you just bring your knees down. There is no need to hold a plank. But if you want to hold a plank and you want to challenge yourselves in that way, Then let's hold it for 2 deep breaths. Bring your weight forward, shoulders away from the ears, pulling everything to the center line, belly up, pelvic floor, even the glutes pulling up. Yes, perineum for the men. A last breath. And exhale, bring your knees down. Bend your elbows and come down all the way down. Good. As you inhale, just a simple cobra, bringing shoulders away from the ears, squeezing glutes and pressing the back of the feet on the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, press through your hands, and let's come back to down facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Great. So now take your right leg up. Take a deep breath. And I'm just going to allow the hip to be quite comfortable, so there's no squaring of the hips. So you just allow your hip to go wherever it wants to go, but try not to exaggerate, and just look after your left knee. So a little soft bend in the left knee is better than locking the knee, yes? So don't lock the knee, just soften the knee and press through the left foot, pelvic floor, squeezing, lifting, perineum, and also the glutes. Take another breath here. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, moving forwards, and then step in between your hands, yes, bringing the left knee down. We're just going to soften everything and start making a couple of circles to the right. So just look at my right foot, it's completely soft, so it follows the movement, and then a couple of circles to the left. Great. Mobilizing the hips, coming back to center, strong through the right foot, press down through the right foot, and then lift up, coming to Anjaneyasana. Shoulders shuffle down, the tailbone drops down, and you pull from the bottom of the spine up, coming through the center line, and you reach through your Anjaneyasana. If there is room, then you move your hips a little bit lower, but try not to collapse completely. So pull up, reject the ground with the right foot, pull up, reject the ground with every single muscle. One more breath. That's it. And now take your arms behind you. Let's interlace the fingers and pull hands away. Looking up, take another breath. And as you exhale, release hands on the floor. You step back, down facing dog. Great. Let's go through a very simple vinyasa. As you inhale, come into a plank or all fours. And as you exhale, knees down or full chaturanga if you feel ready. You can also throw a double chaturanga, only if you want, okay? A double push-up. Then as you inhale, come into a cobra. And as you exhale, you go back to down facing dog. Great, so before we go to the left side, we're just going to walk the feet towards the back. Sorry, walk the hands towards the back. Spread the toes and just soften your knees as you swing your torso side to side, your left, everything to drop, even the shoulders drop. Let's start locking the feet now. So spread the toes, press through your feet, soften the knees, keep pressing through the feet as you start rolling through your back, and you come all the way up to standing in Tadasana. As you inhale, you reach your arms up, press through the feet and reach as high as you can over Hastasana. And as you exhale, slowly soften knees and fold forwards again to Uttanasana. Let's come halfway up, sliding hands on the legs. Strong through the feet still, you can bend your knees, lengthen center line, and exhale down to down facing dog. So walking hands back to down facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So now take your left leg up as you inhale. Good. Take a few moments there. Find the hips that feel comfortable, that you're not over opening the hips, you're not over squaring, just feels comfortable. Take another breath. Soften right knee, remember. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose and then step forwards. Right knee down on the floor. Softness in the hips and just a couple of circles to the left. And then a couple of circles to the right. Yes, try to be soft, mobilize, and then coming back to center as you come up to Anjaneyasana. Reach your arms up, dropping the tailbone down, pulling pelvic floor perineum, belly up. Take another breath. Good. And now take your arms behind you, interlacing the fingers like we did before. Pulling hands away, rolling shoulders back, keep the tailbone down, opening your upper back. One more breath. And as you exhale slowly, you step back, down facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Excellent. As you inhale, you come to a plank. And as you exhale, down chaturanga, knee chaturanga, or double push-up like we did before. On the inhale, a cobra. You can go for up dog if you know what you're doing. And as you exhale, you go back to your down facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's take a deep breath. And a long exhale through the mouth. Let it go, that's it. And then we start walking the hands towards the back again to Uttanasana. Good, spread your toes, soften the knees, roll through your back and come all the way up to standing. As you inhale, you bring your arms up. And as you exhale this time, hands to your heart center and Jani Mudra. We're going to interlace the first 3 fingers and come to Kali Mudra. So your index fingers are pointing up. We're going to take the arms up as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're just going to bend towards the right. Press through your feet and don't move your hips at all. On the inhale, you come back to center. You feel what you feel around the waist. And as you exhale towards the left. You feel the strength, the stretch. And then coming back to center, inhale. And as you exhale towards the right, your feet glued to the ground. Again, as you inhale up. Massive breath, and as you exhale to the left. So coming back to center now, release your arms, take a deep breath, bring your shoulders up to the ears, and as you exhale, just simply roll them down. On the inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reaching your arms up, and as you exhale, soften knees and fall forwards, Uttanasana. Halfway up as you inhale, keep strong through the feet. And as you exhale down, walking your hands towards down facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Great, so now take your right leg up again. And as you exhale, take your knee towards your nose and move forwards, pressing through the hands and rejecting the floor, round in the back. Let's do again, 3-legged dog, right leg up. And as you exhale, knee to the nose, moving forwards, rejecting the floor, protracting the spine. Let's do one more. 3-legged dog, inhale. But this time we're going to step forwards in between the hands. Take the left foot a little bit to the left. Press through the feet and come up to a high lunge. Like we did before in Anjaneyasana, tailbone drops down, pulling pelvic floor, perineum, belly up, through the spine, long arms up. Take another breath. That's it. Stay here. One more breath. Keep pressing through your feet. Make your glutes work strong. And now open to your warrior 2 to the left. So make sure in your warrior 2 that you can see your right toe outside your knee. So you're really opening the right thigh. The left hip can drop, so you're not forcing your hips. And they kind of pointing towards 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Your hips are pointing towards 11 o'clock. Your torso from the belly up pointing to 9 o'clock. Reach through your arms even more. Left shoulder actively pulling down. One more breath. Keep pressing through your feet, pulling through the center line. That's it. Let's flip the front palm. Reach forward, take a breath. As you exhale, slowly come to a semicircle backwards to a reverse warrior. As you inhale, you reach back, stretch in the right hand side, stretch, stretch. And exhale, coming up like you're being pulled by the hands, so there's a little lift, yes. And you come back to your warrior 2. Right elbow down towards your right knee, left arm down and up, coming to Parsvakonasana. So we draw a line from the foot up to the little finger, as straight as you can, diagonal line. The shoulders are soft, you can go a little lower, you can go a little higher, up to you. But try not to put too much weight and collapse here on the right leg. Reject the floor and keep pulling up from the belly up, from the bottom of the spine as well. One more breath. Excellent, coming back up to a warrior 2. We're going to straighten the right leg, bring the arms up, take a breath. And as you exhale, back to a warrior 2. One more, inhale back up. Massive breath, nice breath. Exhale back to warrior two. This time coming to Trikonasana. So you're just going to walk the left foot a little closer to the right. Good. Straighten the front leg. Just keep a little soft bend in the knee. Press through the feet and lift from the bottom of the spine. Yes. Now reach forwards and windmill your arms as you come to Trikonasana. You're just going to allow the hips to be happy. So you're not going to force them open at all. Yes. When you arrive, wherever you want to go, a little lower, a little higher. Yes. From the belly up, you turn, you try to turn and twist the spine without forcing your hips, your lower back. You take another breath. Space. And then slowly coming back to warrior two, so bend the front knee. Take a breath here. As you exhale, bend the left leg and open to your left. So you come to a goddess pose. In goddess pose, we're not going to again force the hip open and the knees will drop forwards. Yes, we're just going to close the feet a little bit. Make sure that the knees are pointing towards the toes. Pull the pelvic floor, pull the perineum. Take your hands to your heart center. Soften the shoulders. Breathe like we did before at the beginning, long and deep. Through the sides, through the front, through the back. Forget about what the legs are doing and just focus on your breath for a few moments. And we're just going to do little bounces and you go down and down and down. That's it. And then you find stillness. Just open your eyes, focus on a point in front of you and take your heels up. Good. Hold it here, hold it here. Maybe you go a little lower if that's available, if that's possible. If you can't hold it, it's all right. You just drop your heels down. If you can focus on that point and just breathe. Just breathe with me. One more breath. Excellent. Now heels down. Press through your feet. So first action, press through the feet. Feel the inner thighs. Feel the legs strong. The challenge in the quadriceps. Now straighten your legs. Close your toes. Heels slightly out. Just a soft knee bend. And then reach through your arms. Take a breath. Look up. And as you exhale, fold forwards. You can take your hands on your hips if you want. Fold forwards all the way down. Hands on the floor. Move your weight slightly forwards. Press through your feet. Don't let go of the pelvic floor, the perineum. Yes, keep pulling up, keep pulling belly up, and then actively bring your torso down. Good. You can walk your hands a little bit backwards. Remember, if you have props, you can use your props. Yes, to raise the floor. Let's take another breath in Prasarita Palattanasana. That's it. And then start walking your hands towards the right hand side. Come into a runner's lunge. So runner's lunge, remember, it has a name because it's quite alert and quite active. So it's about like going to start a run. So press through your feet, pull pelvic floor again, and quite actively bring your shoulders up, away from the ears. Okay. So belly up, bring your arms up without bringing the torso up. And as you exhale, just the arms down. Keep bending the front knee. I know it's hard. Inhale back up. And exhale down. Hold it there, hold it there. One more. Inhale back up. And exhale down. This time we're going to come up to a high lunge. So press through your feet. Reach up, up. Drop your tailbone down. And as you exhale, frame the front foot and step back. Down facing dog. Let's go through a vinyasa. So as you inhale, you come to a plank. And as you exhale, any variation of chaturanga. Go for the double push-up if you wish, if it should be happening. And then a cobra or up dog as you inhale. Don't break in the lower back, so squeeze the glutes and lift. And as you exhale, back to your down facing dog. Let's take a breath. Exhale through your mouth, let it go. That's it. Release the head. Excellent. One more breath. Now start walking your hands towards the back again, like we did before. Spread toes, soften knees, roll through the back like you've been lifted in between your shoulder blades, all the way up, all the way up. On the inhale, you take your arms up. Massive breath, reach up. Really touching the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Samastitihi. One breath. A long exhale through the mouth. Let it go. That's it. Through the crown of the head, you project up. You press through your feet. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, bring your arms up over Hastasana. Exhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. We're going to press through the feet. Move backwards. Yes, keep pulling through the center line. Nice line from the crown of the head. Go a little lower. Press through your feet even more. Feel the back of your legs working. The glutes, the hamstrings, the perineum, the pelvic floor. Go a little lower. Last breath. Brush the imaginary wall with your hands all the way down. Halfway up as you inhale. Strong through the feet. A little soften in the knees. Long back. Exhale down. You walk your hands back. Down facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now take your left leg up as you inhale. And as you exhale, take the knee towards the nose and move forwards, rejecting the floor, round in the back. Touch the knee to your nose. That's it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. If you can touch it, doesn't matter. Just in direction to the nose. Last one, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. This time we're going to step forwards. Good. In between the hands. Right foot a tiny bit to the right. Pressing through the feet. Lifting from the pelvic floor, the glutes, the perineum, the belly. Arms up, 2 deep breaths. One breath. Soften shoulders. And 2 breaths. Let me turn. Inhale, reach. This time exhale, open to your right and you come to warrior 2. You press through your feet, you reach through your arms, you make sure you can see your big toe. Yes, through the spine, shoulders just above the hips, so there is no crooked torsos. Ignore my silly things. Keep pressing through your feet. Okay, so now we're going to flip the front palm. You take a breath, you move forwards. Now you feel like you're being pulled by that left hand and you reach as you move backwards to your reverse warrior. So keep pulling from the center up, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. And then you arrive, reverse the warrior, you stretch, feel the stretch. And then you come back to your warrior 2. Take a breath. That's it. Elbow down to your left knee. Take your right arm down and up, Parsvakonasana. So what we feel here, we keep watching that big toe outside the knee. We keep pressing through the feet. We keep pulling from the bottom of the spine up, up. That's it. Maybe you go a little lower if you want, a little higher. I know it's too much. One more breath. And then slowly you come back to a warrior 2. Now straighten the front leg, reach your arms up. And as you exhale back to your warrior 2, strong through the legs, projecting through the arms. One more inhale up. And exhale back to warrior 2. Good. Now we're going to make this step a little bit smaller. So walk your right foot towards the left. Straighten left knee, but just keep a little open and press through the feet. So active legs and pull from the bottom of the spine. Reach your arms to the sides. Take a breath and move forwards. Exhale, windmill your arms and Trikonasana. Hips happy. Don't force the hips from the belly. You turn your torso. Nice Trikonasana. Looking up if your neck is alright with that. You hold it here, another breath. That's it. Now slowly coming back up. And then bending from knee back to warrior 2. Now that right leg will open to the right. So you just open your right leg to the right. And you come to goddess pose. One of the best leggings that I chose today. Now reach your arms to the sides. So remember, you don't open your hips forcing them, yes? And your knees shouldn't be dropping to the sides and this happening, yes? You need to make sure that your knees are pointing to the toes. It doesn't matter if you need to close your feet for this to happen, but make sure they're always pointing to the toes. The tailbone pointing down, and you pull pelvic floor, you pull perineum, belly, and your glutes as well. Not to force the hips open, but just to lift. That's it. Now hands to your heart center. Let's take the right heel up. I'm going to mirror you. And as you exhale, go a little lower and you bring the heel down. Now the left. And as you exhale down, now the right. And exhale down, and left, and exhale down. Let's bring both up. Inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down. Let's start calming down a little slowly, up, and exhale down. And one more breath up, and exhale down. Hold it there, hold it there. You can close your eyes, keep strong through the feet. What can you feel? Yes, challenge. Maybe quadriceps burning, the back of the legs. Can you feel your inner thighs? What can you do? What kind of pressure you can put on the feet to feel your inner thighs? Out or in? In. Yes, the feet towards each other. Press a little bit more. Keep pulling from the bottom of the spine. Go a little lower. One more breath. Keep it there. Now take your hands behind you. Yes, interlace the fingers. Now we're going to start pressing strong through the feet as we close the toes, the heels slightly out, the knees slightly bent, and you pull through your arms, you look up, take a breath. Exhale, fold forwards to Prasarita Padottanasana. That's it, you stay there. You can move if you wish. Try to take your shoulders away from the ears, take another breath. Now release your hands on the floor. Remember, you can use props, you can bend your knees more, you can press through the feet even more. That's it. Now start walking your hands towards the left this time. So you come to runner's lunge towards the left. The same like we did before, quite active, pulling things up. You take the hands away from the ground. So this is an arrow lunge. We're going to take the arms up as we inhale. Without moving the torso, exhale the arms down. On the inhale, the arms up. And as you exhale, arms down. And let's do one more. Inhale back up. And exhale down. And this time up to a high lunge. Keep pressing through your feet, keep pulling. Dropping tailbone down, pulling belly up. And as you exhale, frame the front foot and then step back to a down facing dog. Let's go through a vinyasa. Inhale to a plank. Exhale down chaturanga, niche chaturanga, or double chaturanga. A cobra or a dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, this time you can go to child's pose if you wish, or down facing dog for 3 deep breaths. So 3 deep breaths, you can also come to puppy stretch. 2 more breaths. A last breath. And then if you're not there already, just come back to down facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Great. And then we move the hands towards the feet again. Slowly coming back. Spread the toes. Swing maybe the torso. Let's come all the way up. Take a deep breath. Massive breath. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Great. On the inhale, you bring your arms up. Look up. On the exhale, bend your knees and come to Utkatasana again, like we did before. A little bit different this time. We're going to take the heels up. If you want, if it's too much, you just stay Utkatasana, 3 deep breaths and then go down. But if you can take your heels up, then please do. Yes, feel your feet parallel, your knees parallel, your hips parallel, your shoulders, everything really quite parallel. Yes, press to your feet and go a little lower. Don't let go of the perineum, the bottom of the spine muscles. Uplifting, and then we're going to make it all the way down slowly, slowly, slowly. Start bringing your torso upright if you can, a little bit more, the arms forwards. Focus on something that doesn't move, and then you come all the way down to a squat with the heels up. Yes, so you made it, great. So hands towards your hips, and then slowly, slowly, we're going to take the knees down to the floor. Now, immediately glutes strong. Lifting up to a kneeling position. Arms up as you inhale. As you exhale, open the arms to the sides and move backwards very strong through the back. There's no back bend whatsoever at all as you move backwards. Slowly, slowly, slowly. On the next inhale, you come back up, arms up. And as you exhale, arms open, the back backwards. Strong, don't back bend at all. Feel your quadriceps burning. Yes, inhale back up. And exhale, open, slowly moving backwards, strong through the glutes, the back of the body. And then back up, inhale. Exhale, hands on the floor. Move back to Uttanasana, the back of your mat. As you inhale, you come halfway up. And as you exhale, down slowly. And so this is a quite short class. So from down facing dog, we're going to simply bring the knees down, cross the ankles behind, or any way that is comfortable. Just come to sitting towards the center of your mat. Good. So you're going to take your feet about hip distance apart to the front. The knees bend, and you take your arms up like you want to throw a ball behind. So take a breath here, and as you exhale, roll through your back and slowly come down, about halfway down. On the next inhale, you come back up, throw the ball, and as you exhale, slowly roll down. On the inhale, back up. On the exhale, down. On the inhale, back up. As you exhale, down. On the inhale, back up. And as you exhale down, it sounds like something is wrong with the video, but it's not. Inhale. And exhale down. Let's do one more. Inhale back up. And exhale down, and we hold it here, okay? Hold it here. Challenge yourselves. Come on, bring your feet a little closer to the hips. We hold it here for 10. Head forwards. For 9. For 8. For 7. Are you shaking? Is it alright? For 6. For 5. Hold it. For 4. Burn it. For 3. And 2. And 1. And then slowly drop. Take another breath. Great. And then slowly bend your knees. And we're just going to move to a very simple bridge pose. And so feet are about hip distance apart. Let's move a little, just knees from one side to the other. So sometimes unconscious movement is what you need. Yes, so just feel the body move if the body is asking you to move. By just dropping the knees to one side and the other, mobilizing my hips, and I'm releasing tensions that I just built through the practice. So you need to balance and counter pose. Also massaging my buttocks that has been working quite hard in this Utkatasana chair pose. Good. Okay, so let's move to this bridge pose. So feet are about hip distance apart. You're going to take your hands on the floor, the palms facing up. Okay, so there is this external rotation of the arms, and we're going to immediately just try to bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Now press through your feet and then start bringing your hips up. If you don't fancy a big bridge pose, then you just stay in a small one here. That's it. You just breathe. You feel the feet are strong on the floor, the back of the body quite strong. If you want to come to a full one, then you bring your hips even higher. You shuffle your shoulder blades even closer to each other. You maybe interlace your fingers at the back. You pull your hands away. You feel the neck quite long. You keep pressing the feet and keeping your knees parallel so you don't allow them to open to the sides. You take another breath. And we stay there for at least 3 or 4 breaths. And what you do, you feel strong body, you feel opening at the front, and you focus on softening breath and face. And whatever you can soften, soften. But bear in mind that you need support. So the parts that lock, that offer the support, are there, strong. The parts that need to open are opening. The parts that need to soften are softening. Last breath. And then you release. Let's take the heels quite high. And then slowly upper back down. Middle back down. Lower back down. And hips, tailbone down. Nice. Now we're going to take one by one the knees towards the chest. We're going to start rocking side to side. Next time that you rock to the right, let's drop to a fetal position to the right. Yes. Now take your left arm up above your head and start making a big circle to the left slowly. Turning your left shoulder towards the left, turning your torso towards the left. As at some point you feel that's enough for me, I stay here. This is quite nice. If you want to go all the way to the left, then you extend your left arm to the left. You feel a strong twist, yes. And if it's too much, then you come back a little. If it's not enough, then you keep going until your arm is completely extended to the left and the left shoulder nearly is touching the floor. And you stay here. There's no need to a big and normal sensation. Yes, a nice twist here, stretch here is enough. If you want more, really more, explore, move your legs. You can extend one leg, you can move the other leg behind. Maybe you can grab your right foot with your left hand, the left foot with the right hand. But I'm just going to keep it easy and simple with a small sensation around here, my ribs. Yes, I'm just going to breathe from the armpit towards the belly and just take it easy. Another breath. Fantastic. And then slowly coming back to center like we came. So you bring your left arm back, making a circle to the right. You come to this fetal position, and we're simply going to take the left foot on top of the right knee. Left foot on top of the right knee. And you're going to grab your left hand and push the left leg open as you again turn a little to the left. Just a little bit. You should feel an outer hip stretch. And then relax completely the right leg. You need to relax the right leg completely, otherwise you won't feel anything. Push the left leg open, hold it here for another breath. And we're going to keep that shape of the legs like they are right now. Yes, and you're just going to bring the legs up, back to center. Ooh, that's it. So your left heel is over your right knee, and you're going to go through the gap and take the back of the right thigh or the shin. You keep flexing the left foot, you keep opening the left leg. And if you want, you can bring your right foot on a wall or a sofa or a table or something that gives you support, and you can work this stretch with that support. So take your option and let's hold it for 3 deep breaths. Long back, inhale. Exhale, maybe bring in the legs a little closer. Feel the stretch. Don't work with pain. With challenge is good, pain is no good. So just check. Let's hold a little longer. A last breath. And then you release. Wonderful. Let's do the other side, right? So you bring your knees towards your chest, you rock a little side to side. And then when you are rocking next time to the left, you just drop to your left into a fetal position. Let me turn so you can hear me. So into a fetal position. Yes. Nice, and just relax, and remember you're carrying your intention, your purpose with every bit of the class. So you're maybe soft now, relaxed. There's no need for big sensations to find what you need. Take your right arm behind the head. Start making this big circle as you turn your torso to the right, and maybe at some point even your shoulder will arrive on the floor. Mine is not quite touching the floor, and it feels enough like that. So it's up to you how big you want to feel it. So I feel quite a strong stretch here in the shoulder, the armpit, the ribs, the back a tiny bit. I'm not forcing at all my back. It feels enough. It feels I want to stay here, but feel free to modify, to explore, to come to something that you know better and feels good. So let's take another breath or two. Breathing towards the armpit, towards the ribs, towards the softening of the body and finding calmness. And then in your own time, just coming back as we did before, so the arm behind. That's it. We're going to take the right foot over the left knee. So the right foot arrives on the floor, and then you push that right leg open. Yes, and then you turn to your right again. So you should feel a bit of a stretch. If you can't feel anything, check if I completely relax in your left leg, you feel a bit more. Stay there. Another breath. Fantastic. And then slowly coming back to center with the same shape. So you keep the shape of the legs. So your right ankle is over the left knee. You flex the right foot and you push that right leg open. Going through the gap, maybe a wall, maybe a table. Remember, you can use support, or you just pull in the back of the thigh or the shin. The nice thing about bringing the left foot on the wall is that you can completely relax the arms, yes, and the neck, and there is no tension. So just choose your option and then completely soften. There is no tension except for that pulling, but try to relax the shoulders. So don't bring the tension to your jaw, or to your neck, to your shoulders. Soften there. Keep breathing long. Feel the stretch. Wonderful. One more breath. And then release. So now we're just going to move towards the end of the class. I'm just going to give a few options. So this is the traditional, I would call it transnational end of the class yoga pose. That is happy baby. That some people love it, right? So this is an option one. You can just hold your ankles or the outer edges of your feet and just move side to side and play, maybe extending one leg and then the other, both legs. In happy baby. Or Supta Baddha Konasana, that's another classic that we love. Feet together, the knees to the sides, maybe the hands on the belly as we soften down. If that hurts, then cushions under, something to prop the legs up. Or another option is just to bring your feet mat distance apart and then knock the knees to center. So I'm just going to choose that one because it feels good for my back right now. And I'm just going to touch on my heart and my belly with my hands. Just rub it a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. A bit of love or self-love. And you just stay there for a few moments, trying to keep your attention, your focus on the calmness, on the softness, on the relaxing effect of the class. If hopefully that is what happened. And if not, you just try not to judge and try to focus on calming the mind with purpose, with intention, with self-love, with compassion. So if there is a expression going to be in your face, if there is one, just make it quite soft, maybe a little smile, an internal smile. Otherwise, no expression, total softness. So in your own time, we're just going to find a Shavasana. There is no rush. Perhaps you're going to stay there instead of Shavasana. That's alright. Yes. You can bring your legs up to the wall, up to a bed, up to a sofa. You can place a cushion or a couple of cushions under the legs. So something very, very comfortable I like a big Shavasana, like a star pose. We just find stillness. If physical sensations are still distracting us, we observe, we let them go, we fix if we need to fix something, adjust, scratch, and then come back to the practice by just finding stillness again. If thoughts come to the mind in the same way, with compassion, we observe and try to let them go. If we are depending on the breath, with massive breaths, we observe with compassion, we let them go. And we just try to come back to a normal breath, to full stillness in mind and body, just for a couple of minutes, nothing else. So if you need to keep with the rest of the day, start the rest of the day, then you just come back to the breath. You can also stay in Shavasana for a little longer if you can, if you have the time. We start, if you decide to stop the practice, to go on with the rest of the day, then you start moving a little. Any movement, the feet, the hands, the knees, the head, the hips. We start with a small organic movement. That's it. And then you roll to your right hand side into a fetal position when you're ready. And then you're going to push yourselves to a sitting, in a comfortable sitting position. We're going to come back to that idea of the discipline, of the practice of being present in the body by pulling through the head and lengthening the back. We're just going to open the hands and put the palms facing up on the knees. We're still with a long deep breath, fluid breath. The mind is focused on the stillness. So we'll take a last breath together, a deep breath through the nose, a little holding at the top, and then open your mouth and let it go out. And in sign of respect, bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I hope that you'll give me feedback, I guess. This was quite a standard class. I usually teach my postnatal, my beginners class on Mondays. Now on the COVID-19 times. But I'm going to leave this for you in YouTube or Vimeo, the ways I find. So if you have feedback, please send it to me. It would be great. My classes in general are a bit more dynamic, so there's a bit more movement, but I do prioritize breath. So you can find me online at n8yoga.com. So n8yoga.com. My name is Adriana Maldonado, and if you like to try my classes, then you can always put me an email or a message, and I'll send you the details. Right? So thank you so much for joining me today, and yes, so I'll see you hopefully soon. Take care, guys. Bye.